What's good, y'all? It's your boy Fee keeping it G, and we are back with another video today. Now today was supposed to be episode 2 of Detroit Human, but I decided to maintain my focus on a game that I've been anticipating since 2016, and that game would be Code Vein. Now, what is Code Vein, you might ask? Code Vein is a Dark Souls-like game that has a unique vampiric anime theme style, published by the creators of God Eater. There's a lot that people might not know about the game so far, but to me only the basics have been covered. I plan on covering every bit of detail that I have acquired through the network tests and research that I've spent days on end gathering to further prepare my fellow future revenants for the day of the full release, which is September 27th of this year. These guides will be split into multiple videos so that I can be able to break down certain information such as blood vials, blood codes, weapons, gifts, and etc. in a more simpler way. Now, to start off this series of guides, I will be going over all of the weapons that the game has to offer, including the stat requirements in order to use them, and elemental capabilities, blood codes, and parameters. All weapons have a weight and stat requirement. Exceeding your weight limit restricts your ability to dodge, and not meeting the stat requirement greatly reduces your attack power, so keep that in mind when you start creating custom builds. When it comes to choosing the right weapon, players can pick a specific weapon for each level, boss, or enemy encounter, given the fact that you can easily swap between them in your main menu right on the fly. Consider the blood type versus the weakness of the enemy. Venom, blood, stun, fire, reek, ice, banish, thunder, and slow. Choosing the right code against the enemy that is affected by it the most will provide a better result in battle. There are 5 main categories that you can choose from when it comes to weapons: the one-handed sword, the great sword, the great hammer, the spear, halberd, I get that word wrong every time, but the polearm, and bayonets. These weapons can all be found either inside of chests, dropped by enemies, scattered randomly around the area. Maybe in the final version, some NPCs might give the player special weapons. Also, they can be bought by merchants at the home base. For the first weapon to start off on our list, we have the one-handed sword, a lightweight and short-range weapon that provides the player with fast and agile attacks, mainly dealing slash and pierce type attacks. The only one-handed sword that can do crush damage is pipes, based on the current knowledge that we have. One-handed swords are the best choice for beginners and people who like to get combos in quickly with more time to evade attacks. Next up on the list, we have great swords. Unlike the one-handed sword, this weapon is more heavier and slower when it comes to attacks, yet they deal powerful swings at a longer reach. Stamina cost is slightly greater than a one-handed sword, mainly dealing slash and crush damage. More suitable for tanky builds, and players mainly focus on defense and crowd control. If a one-handed sword or a greatsword isn't your go-to weapon choice, then we also have spears, or other long-built weapons. These weapons can attack from further afar, and have unique combos, but it tends to sacrifice mobility for range, meaning movement will be reduced. Personally, I see this weapon type fit for more mage type builds, and for players who like to strike from a distance, mainly dealing slash and pierce damage. Now, there's honestly not much to say about the great hammers because it's pretty much just like the great sword, but they deal blunt attacks with decent range, at a slow speed of course. Pretty much similar to the great sword, but instead this hammer consists of focused crush damage, while the axe, which is amongst the family of great hammers, focuses mainly on slash. Now, for the last weapon type on our list, we have the bayonet rifles. These weapons provide the wielder with a balanced attack with both long and short range melee attacks, allowing you to dance around the battlefield, subjectively dealing the least amount of damage. In my opinion, they mainly deal slash and pierce damage. I highly recommend this weapon for those who like to play the support role, giving backdoor senses by means of buffing their partners while doing damage as well. And that will be the end of today's video, breaking down the weapons as much as I possibly can. In the comment section down below, let me know which weapon you will be maining. Make sure to leave a like if this video helped you out, and sub for more Code Vein content.